Look at your screen. You are looking at $40. On the left, a $20 bill from 1980. On the right, a $20 bill from today. Officially, the government says these two pieces of paper have the same face value. But we know that is a lie. To prove it, we are going to run an experiment. Take a good look at this image. This is 1980. This cart is what a single $20 bill could buy a family. It is overflowing. It represents a week of security. Now look at this image. This is 2025. This is what that same $20 bill buys you today. 3 items, barely enough for one dinner. Today, we are going to take a visual journey to understand how our money shrank so violently right before our eyes. Let's step back into 1980. The average wage was lower, yes, but look at the prices on the shelves. They feel almost imaginary today. Walk with me to the meat department. Look at that steak. A thick ribeye for $2.50. Ground beef for 99 cents a pound. In 1980, red meat wasn't a luxury item for special occasions. It was a Tuesday night dinner. Look at the staples. A gallon of milk, $1 and a nickel. A dozen eggs, 85 cents. You could fill the pantry, bread, milk, eggs, potatoes, for less than a $5 bill. The dollar had weight. It had purchasing power. When you got to the checkout, you didn't feel anxiety. You paid with cash, you got your change, and you left with enough food to feed a family of 4 for a week, all for around $60 total. But time is a thief. And over 45 years, it didn't just steal the value of the dollar. It stole the food itself. Welcome to 2025. Let's go back to that meat aisle. Look at the price tag on that chicken, $15 for 2 thin breasts. That steak, $22. What was once a staple is now a luxury that many families have to budget for. But they didn't just raise prices, they got sneaky. Look closely at this comparison. This is called shrinkflation. The box on the left is from the 80s, 24 ounces. The box on the right is today, 14 ounces. The box looks the same size on the shelf. The price stayed the same or went up. But you're getting 40% less food. It is a hidden tax you pay every time you shop. And the checkout today? It's an exercise in anxiety. You scan a few bags of chips, some fruit, maybe some coffee, and suddenly the screen flashes. $145. You tap your card and hope it gets approved. The government will look at charts like this and tell you inflation is under control. They tell us food prices only rose 3% this year. But does that match what you see with your own eyes? Look at the receipts. They are the only truth that matters. On the left, a full weekly shop in 1980 for under $60. On the right, a handful of items in 2025 for over $100. The official numbers often substitute items. If steak gets too expensive, they measure the price of ground turkey instead and say, inflation is low. It's a statistical shell game. We are living in the richest country in history, yet our pantries are emptier than our grandparents were. We work harder for more hours just to put less food on the table. So, I want to know your reality. Next time you go to the store, take a $20 bill. See what it actually buys you. 2 items? 3? Tell us your story in the comments below. Let's create a real record of what it costs to live today, because the official charts aren't telling the truth.